Hello dear fellows, welcome back to a channel of self-discovery, self-care and well-being, not only for ourselves but for others, so we can promote it out. Today I want to talk about your level of stress awareness. Do you know how aware you are, how much stress you have and how you deal with it, or are you more oblivious? If you want to learn more where your level is right now, stick around for this video. Welcome to the series Mental Health Bites. Navigate life, thrive, and have positive impact. Stress is like food. We all have different preferences. We all need food at different times, and we have different tastes and would like to have a specific combination of food to feel happy. And so is the same thing is with stress awareness and stress coping mechanisms. There's so much coming into it for us to find the right approach and the right way how we deal with stress and how aware we are. And it all starts by finding out what your level of awareness is at this point, so you can start doing something about it. And for that, I have created a couple of questions that I would like to give to you so you can start reflecting on how your personal stress awareness is at this point in time. And before you do that, how would you generally rate your understanding of your stress awareness, meaning knowing when you are in stress and also knowing what you sort of do when you're stressed to feel better and to recover? If you had a scale from 1 to 10, 1 would be, I have no idea, I just go with it and let it ride me. And 10, yes, I'm completely on top. I know when I'm stressed and I know how to deal with it and I know what to do to recover and feel good. What would you rate yourself? Just give yourself a number right now. Okay, good. Then from here on, I'm going to read a couple of questions from you. These questions are actually not done by me. They came from McKinsey, the management consultant company, and they do need to work on stress levels because managers and consultants are very stress prone. So they do good to create more awareness. I have the link to the source in the description. So let me go ahead and you just sit tight and reflect on the questions. Later on, you can find them at that link again if you want to reread them. So first of all, first question. In a typical week, how often do you feel well rested? Every day, every other day, once a week? Just note something down. Are you aware of how often you are rested? Second question. How often during the workday do you seek moments of recovery versus plowing through? How often do you actually catch yourself noticing that you need a break, first of all, and then what actually influences you to take a break and how do you override that? That's sort of sitting behind that question. Question number 3. Think of a recent time when something stressful happened unexpectedly. How did you react? How did you cope with that stress? Okay, so I could ask behind that question, in what ways did you focus on your resources to help you manage that surprise stress surge? Or in what ways did you struggle? What would you do differently next time? Next question. What are the biggest sources of stress in your life at this point in time? Is it relationships? Is it work-related topic? Maybe something specific at work? Is it financial worries? Or is it living conditions? What is it? Would you be able to answer that quite quickly? Next question. In what circumstances does stress from one aspect of your life surface in another? So that you take something, for example, that's on the private side, and when you're at work, it sort of comes into your workday and it hinders you to be productive, for example. Are there circumstances when this is more triggered in your life? 2 more questions. How do you currently cope with stress? Do you have well-working coping mechanisms, and are they actually healthy? Or do they, in the long run, deplete you more than help you? So if we think of using your odd glass of red wine every night to swallow it down, or computer games or gambling, these are coping mechanisms. But in the long run, they rather deplete you or are detrimental to your health. Or what are your coping mechanisms, and are you aware of them? Last question. How often do you recognize your stress in the moment versus afterwards? Or do you recognize it in the reaction of others? That's a good one. Yeah, are you catching yourself when you get stressed? Or do you realize it once it's over? Or do others need to say to you, man, you are right in the middle of it? So after going through these questions, if you in your mind had a couple of answers, if you had to rate yourself now again from a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being completely a stress idiot and 10 being completely stress professional in the way of dealing with it, has anything shifted? Is it different? Would you correct that number that you had before? This simple exercise is here to help you wake up to the fact that there's many things you can do to become more stress aware and to tackle stress in different ways. And I hope that helped, because already engaging on that level of realizing how your awareness levels are is the first step to swing into further action. And if you look at my other videos, I'm just doing a series on stress, you find many little tools in the other videos on how to do that. Thanks for listening, stay tuned, and know that this whole well-being project is a small step approach, and we take it little by little, day by day, but eventually our whole way slowly moves upwards. That's the hope. Take good care. Bye.